Hi, my name is Jason Grayley, and today I will be talking about a brownfield that ODOT has that we are trying to convert into a pollinator field and use for testing. I am a junior in college and working as a college intern for ODOT. Dr. Spatana is my advisor, and he has also taught me a bunch of different classes in college already. So I hope to share a little bit about our brownfield that we have and what we are using it for and how it could be beneficial in the future. Many years ago, ODOT had a district garage in District 5. There was some TCE being used for highway, pavement, and marketing, and for cleaning. To dispose of the TCE, because of the dumping of the TCE in the backyard and all over the facility, ODOT had no choice but to buy all of the houses in the surrounding area that were affected by the TCE and tear them down. The issue was that the TCE had leaked into the groundwater and spread further than just the backyard where it was being dumped, as you can see from the picture. After the houses were eventually destroyed, the site was bought by ODOT, and it just kind of sat there. Nothing happened. It was empty for about 30 years before there was some idea of what we could possibly use it for. The idea was, why not put a pollinator field on the brownfield? A pollinator field is basically just a field of native flowers where butterflies and bees can go to get pollen and to just help them have a home and a place to live. Bees and butterflies that were getting close to endangerment, so there was no other use for the site, so the idea got rolled. All that had to happen was the EPA deeming the site to be safe, which they eventually did, but the EPA was not sure if the plants that we planted on the field would actually bring up any leftover TCE. That is what we will be testing, which I will talk about later. The rest is history. The site got a pollinator field on it, and we began testing this new use of a brown field. The site got planted, and the testing began. There was a lot of uncertainty about how this would all work out, so some tests were running. There were different mixes planted in different areas with different flowers in them. These mixes included wildflowers, a clover mix, a mix with different grasses in it, and the plan was to see if one mix would work a little bit better in these conditions than another mix would work. The ultimate goal of this project is to see no TCE being brought up by the plants, also no TCE in the bees on the plants. If that is the case, we can take this new use of brownfields to a whole new level. Today and for the future, I'm working on the process of getting to our goals. We will be collecting flowers from the site and from the different mixes. We will be catching bees from the different mixes and test them all for TCE, and then eventually show what we found and share it. This will be close to a year of research and analysis, but the benefits are going to be great. There are a few states that have some questions and have some interest in the project that we are doing. Every state has brownfields, whether they've formed from drums of TCE or other chemicals. People are wondering what they can do with these brownfields. So we hope to show them that you can put a pollinator field on them to help the pollinators that are becoming endangered, and to just have a new way for states to use their otherwise empty fields. The most recent things that have happened with this project is we have found a lab that can test for the TCE, so now we have a place to send everything. We have a list of methods that we are going to follow in order to do this project well and to achieve everything we want to achieve. And we also have found a way to catch and store bees humanely and to cut the flowers and store them so that they are able to be tested for the TCE we want to see. There are many ways the public could benefit and find use for this field as well, so that ODOT is not the only one using it. You would be able to take walks through the field and see all the flowers, and you would be able to get closer to all of the pollinators like the monarch butterfly, all different types of bees, some flies, and they will also attract possibly some groundhogs and deer in the area too that you can look at. You can see the benefits of these fields and see how they just really help everything around it. You'll also be able to make your own field or your own mini field in your backyard if you so desire. You could also use it to teach adults and children about pollinators and the monarch life cycle or the bees life cycle, how things pollinate, how things get pollen out of flowers, all that stuff. These fields also really help the environment. They would help to keep some species off of the endangered list by giving them a place to go or a place to rest while they're trying to fly to different places, or just giving them home. It would also create more habitat for pollinators, like I said, giving them more home, giving them more places to hide from predators, and just more places to live out their lives. It would also help native plants to make a comeback because recently non-natives have begun taking over all the roadsides, so the native plants need a little bit of help, so these can really just give them a habitat and a place to call their own where they can spread and make seed and live long and prosper.